It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad.
In the last week alone, I have been like the most manager that I've ever been in my life.
I see it in your posture.
Dude, I don't know if I like all the responsibility of being a manager.
I mean, what I say about your posture, like it's really in your physical presence. Like the more responsibility an individual has, you see it in their body language. Either it could go in one direction where they are shrouded with that responsibility and they are just crumbling. But there's a healthy balance where you understand work is work, and you leave work at work.
Sure.
And it looks like you found that good balance because you're not crumbling.
Well, I have a large support system that involves many therapists and quite a bit of medication. But
and
you know
that's
what?
good, dude.
I'm not complaining. This is the best I've felt in years.
Hey, and I could secondhand feel how great you feel because I, second to my girlfriend, or like I've said before, even probably more than my girlfriend, I see you the most.
Oh.
No, it's not a love competition.
Sorry. I thought... My mistake.
Imagining you and Melissa just competing for my love, like on some sort of game show. Who knows Christian Baltazar the best?
Like a newlyweds game, but
yes.
but that's a funny vlog that we should do.
I would record that. I think I would love to see that actually, and it'll be up to me to judge. Like,
oh man, I don't know if She's better at like dates and stuff though. You know what I mean? Like numbers. Well, yeah. I wouldn't get like they'd be like, "What's Christian's birthday?" And I'd be out already.
Okay, that's different. I imagine that I would be the one conjuring up the questions.
Yes.
So I'll try to make them as non-biased as possible.
Yeah, that'd be hard though. I think your brother would need to make the questions.
Ooh, that's good.
Right? Because if you're making the questions, you're gonna kind of already know what our answers are gonna be.
But even then, as close as I am with my brother, I don't think he knows everything about me. He knows a shit ton about me, but I'm gonna come up with questions that
Here it is. You write a set of questions. I write a set of questions. Melissa writes a set of questions. Your brother makes 10 questions out of all 3 of those lists.
But no, that wouldn't work because there's going to be some questions where you're going to be like, fuck yeah, I wrote this question and I know the answer to this. There's no way you're going to write a question that you don't know the answer to.
You're right.
But what an interesting concept.
That could be a fun vlog.
That's such a reoccurring theme in like... a lot of best friendships are competing with either of the people's
the movie this week.
Relationships. Yes, exactly. Yes. But I think it's hilarious. More than one person has made the joke of like, Alex is like more of your romantic partner than Melissa.
Yes,
right?
Life partners, baby.
I think it's funny that you take pride in it.
I mean, it's nothing against Melissa. It's just pride in me and you.
No, she's a sweet girl, and I know that you just get competitive.
It's not even a competitive thing. I love Melissa. I love your guys' relationship. It's very special and very, very beautiful in its own way.
Thank you very much.
But ours is a little bit stronger.
Dang, dude.
I've known you longer.
You've known me longer, but does tenure really compete with...
physical affection?
Yeah, dude.
Damn it.
Yeah, you're going to... I know you've joked around about kissing me. You actually going to kiss me?
I would love to if you give me the chance. Okay. I would actually like to, and this is not a kissing thing, but I recently learned what the Masonic handshake is, like the Freemasons. I learned what their handshake is when you become a Freemason.
Do they kiss?
No, so they touch right foot to right foot, right knee to right knee, hand to hand, breast to breast, mouth to earlobe.
What? Whoa, mouth to earlobe?
Yes.
Why is it such... It sounds like they're prepping to wrestle.
It's a weird group, those Freemasons. Also,
what?
The same ritual is done in the Mormon religion, but they call it something different. But they ripped it off entirely from the Freemasons. So.
Oh, Freemasons and Mormons have the same handshake?
Yes, the Mormons stole it from the Freemasons, like straight up.
Interesting. Yeah. Do you remember what it even feels like to have physical contact with other people? I don't know what it feels like to shake hands. Oh, you're thinking that kind of physical contact.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh, my bad, bachelor.
I gotta try sometimes, you know what I mean?
Dude, and you have to during these times.
It's so much harder, but not impossible.
Yeah, not impossible. You just gotta get through those hurdles, and you can still get some loving. Yeah, I mean, you're really...
I call them Birtles.
Birtles? Bumble hurdles?
That's right. This is great. I'm sorry for a little kerfuffle in a second and completely derailed whatever conversation we were having in the beginning. But we jumped right back into it because we're professionals.
Yeah, we're professionals.
And the thing we do in the beginning of episodes is welcome our baddies.
My name is Christian.
And my name's Alejandro.
Baddies, welcome back. If it's your first time.
Welcome for the first time.
We're getting a lot of new listeners, and we see it in our numbers, and we're very grateful for you. Please don't leave us.
No, don't. In fact, you're subscribed now, so you can't leave.
Yes. While you're at it, leave a review for us on Apple Podcasts.
How many stars?
5 stars.
That's the number. That's all we care about. Any less, and don't bother.
Yeah, just back the fuck up if you're trying to be one of those trolls trying to give us a 1-star review.
Or if you have like serious critiques, you can like just DM us. We will take critiques, but don't fuck with our numbers, bro.
Yeah, we're down for constructive feedback, but like I said, don't be a troll. Because we know that a lot of trolls exist in the social media age.
If you want to play with us, you got to pay the troll toll, baby.
Yeah.
Christian, it's been a fun little week. You said you had something you wanted to bring up.
Dude, yeah. You were asking me how I was feeling. I said save it for the episode because I wanted to talk about it on air.
You like stuffed a sock in my mouth and said save it for the episode.
Yeah, I said shut the fuck up, and then I chained you to the bed frame.
Duct taped my mouth and then drew lips on the duct tape, which was really weird. Sorry, that's just my fantasy.
For your first-time listeners, they're not going to know that that's a joke.
Well, they'll learn.
They'll learn.
Today they're going to learn.
You're going to learn today.
So what'd you do, buddy? What's up?
Dude, I'm fully vaccinated, man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, man.
So you're 100% a shill for the government.
Yeah, 100% government shill over here. But in all seriousness, I could go around and kiss anyone that I want.
How do you,
all jokes aside, baddies and listeners out there.
Get vaccinated.
Get vaccinated if you can. It's really a privilege if you have the access to do so, because I feel fucking amazing.
I saw a little Band-Aid on you the other day, and I didn't want to assume that it was a chlamydia shot.
Oh, no, not at all. Don't have chlamydia over here.
That's why I didn't assume.
Oh, thank you for assuming. You're a very good friend for that. No, dude, I just, I got it 2 days ago, and not going to lie, and not to scare any other people out there that are thinking of getting vaccinated, but it did hit me hard.
I was going to say, you felt it, right?
Yes.
You felt the effects, but you're supposed to.
You're supposed to. So for the first shot, some people will feel symptoms, but it's more typical to feel symptoms on your second shot.
And symptoms not even necessarily of the COVID, but of like just like body aches and chills, because your body is, correct me if I'm wrong, creating the antibodies used to fight that vaccine.
Yes, because
used to fight the RNA, or using the information from the RNA in the vaccine to create antibodies to protect you from coronavirus. Is that correct?
Exactly. You
and
basically,
if an idiot like me can figure it out,
anyone else can.
Thank you.
Because you just want to train your immune system to fight this thing.
Yeah.
And so I got it 2 days ago, and I started feeling it that day, which I'm surprised about, because usually when I get sick, I don't ever get, first of all, I don't get that sick that often. Get sick,
yeah.
And when I get sick, I barely get that sick, dude. Yeah. But it hit me like a ton of bricks, dude. So I felt major fatigue the day of, and I slept for 13 hours. I left work early after I got the shot, hibernated for like 13 hours, almost forgot that I scheduled a dentist appointment, woke up, dragged my ass to this dentist appointment that I was late for.
No mask, and you're like, I'm vaccinated, peasants.
Yeah, it's okay, come here. Mwah, mwah.
Your mom's like, okay, Christian, okay.
Stop, dude. All jokes aside, just because you got vaccinated, it's not like a foolproof. It just helps like fight the virus. Who knows if it can fight against new strains?
Again, much like a mask, it helps other people more than it helps you.
Yes, dude.
So the spread.
Yeah, so stop bitching if you can't breathe in your mask.
Well, some people can't. It's hard for me to say that because, like, I think if you're an asshole about it, stop bitching about your mask. But if you physically can't wear the mask, then
then
you have a deviated septum or something, then that sucks. I'm sorry, assholes don't want to wear their mask, but also get like one of the paper ones.
Dude, just be smart about it. Like if you got to pull down your mask to gasp some air, try to go to a corner where there's not a lot of people. Or like, don't do the fucking chin strap thing, because you're just gonna get chin pimples and you're still not helping the spread of the virus. But
at least you have it there, so you can be like, hey, and then they'll just.
Oh yeah, okay.
Right? I think the chin diaper is better than no.
I've been preaching lately, like the whole
the gospel.
I've been preaching the gospel. I am now a priest, and I'm breaking up with my girlfriend because priests can't get married.
Pastors can.
Yeah, that's right. So I imagine that a lot of pastors.
Well, you're about to become an ordained minister.
Was I about to?
Aren't you?
No.
Oh.
But to tell you the truth, and we'll get back to what I was going to talk about in a second. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a priest, but then my dad told me that I can't get married, and I did not want to be a priest anymore. I thought it was cool at first.
Because they get to wear the cool costumes, and everybody's looking at them. They get the microphone. I get it.
Dude, I think what it started off was that I wanted to be a performer.
Yeah.
And going every Sunday.
Of course.
I'm like, oh, this guy's telling stories?
I want to be that guy. I can do that.
Dude, a priest is just a holy stand-up comedian.
He's the first stand-up comedian. Honestly, the Pope.
Wow.
Pope is the original stand-up comedian.
The Pope is
not
the
Mark
first?
Twain.
No.
Not Mark Twain.
The Pope sells out the world, dude.
Pope. Constantine was the first Pope. Yes, Pope Constantine.
Was it? No, wasn't technically. Was it? Fuck, dude.
Paul?
I don't. Paul? Technically, right?
Yeah, except Paul was also not a real person.
Dude, I don't want to get deep
First
into
Pope was
religion.
the last emperor of Rome. That's a fact. He was baptized on his deathbed, and then he made Rome into the Holy Catholic Church.
Hey, I'm not going to argue with you on this because
I read.
I didn't read the Bible. Text is too small, and I don't have the eyes of an ant.
Didn't you get the young adults Bible like in high school?
Dude, I have the children's Bible in my hallway right now.
Maybe start with that one, buddy.
Yeah, we'll do that. Stay tuned. Stay tuned on next week's episode when I read the children's Bible, and I'll see what I could preach you guys.
Honestly, I just reread the book of Job,
and
remember that whole book is like Jesus. It's God turning to Satan and being like, "I bet you these humans love me more than you," and Satan's like, "No, they don't." God's like, "Oh yeah, see that guy Job? I gave him everything. He's got a family. He's got kids. He loves life. He prays to me every day. I bet you I could take all that shit away and he'll still like me." And Satan's like, "No way." And God's like, "Bet." So he kills Job's entire family, takes all of his money and kills his livestock. And Job still loves God because we are nothing but backgammon pieces on Satan and God's game piece board.
Man, that's a way to put it. And I'd like to apologize to the baddies out there that are hardcore religious. They've
also read the book then too.
Then they've read the book, yes, but they've read it for different reasons. And that's Alejandro's historical fact of the day. And at least one has to happen. But to bring it back, dude, we went on a crazy rant. I was talking about a vaccine. This is what happens when I agree to like play with you on like a bit. I'm like, okay.
Kind of. We took a sidebar and then it went on and on and on. But you're right. You got vaccinated. Let's
bring it back.
Because we're professionals.
Yes. So I got the second shot. I started feeling major fatigue. I slept for 13 hours.
Hibernation.
And then like I just got body aches all over and like a headache.
What hurt the most? What part of your body hurt the most?
My neck and lower back.
Really?
Yeah.
Not the shot of the injection.
Well, the shot, like that was anticipated, and like that hurts.
Yeah, because it's a shot.
Yeah. So I knew my shoulder was gonna hurt, but then after, like now this is day 2. Like I said, I got it 2 days ago, and I feel great. Like I got a decent amount of sleep, and I felt like I never even had it. Honestly, it's well worth it to suffer 1 or 2 days of whatever symptoms you may or may not feel, as opposed to like potentially spreading it.
Yeah, or having and the other thing is like you get to a lifetime of the government tracking you. It's like,
yeah, dude.
Now we all have the mark of the beast.
I was talking to my coworker. I said, "Hey, Jonathan, I got the vaccine shot." He was like, "You did? How did it feel like when they put the microchip inside of you?"
I like this Jonathan guy. He's right. He's on the right track. He's reading the right websites.
It's so funny. The jokes about it. I get it. People are like a little scared because like it was a fast clinical trial, but we did have some information because it is.
Of course, it's that's how science works.
Yeah, like
right. 100 years ago, if they saw how fast Tesla was making cars, they would think it was witchcraft.
They'd be like, whoa! I'm not getting in that fucking spaceship.
Have you noticed the people who don't want the vaccine because they think it's a government thing, are like the people who the government probably wouldn't give a fuck about?
Yeah, dude.
It's like, why do you think they would track you, buddy? And also, they're already doing it with that iPhone in your pocket.
With the political climate that's going on right now, everything's a conspiracy.
Watch the documentary on Netflix, Spycraft, because you'll learn that they don't need a fucking vaccine to track us. They can just do it anyways. Also, that documentary proves birds aren't real.
Oh, that documentary. Yeah, you showed me a clip of it. Not all birds are not real. But there are, when we could confidently say this, baddies, some birds aren't real.
I'll say it. Birds aren't real.
Don't go home dissecting your bird. You're not gonna find shit.
Well, because that one is a plant by the government knowing that we'll do it because they're so smart. They took the drone out and replaced it with synthetic meat that they grew in a lab for us to see.
Oh. Well.
I need to get off the internet for a couple days.
You do. Yeah. You need to get off the internet.
I need to go for a hike.
Yeah, do something.
I need to go camping or something. Yeah, I really need to get away from the internet for a couple of days.
Are you glued to your phone very often?
This baby. I've started carrying this baby around everywhere I go.
Your MacBook, really?
Yeah.
And you're just like opening it up and just like finishing
whatever I'm doing
in rabbit holes. And like knowing how much you like to dive deep into conspiracies.
Especially
I worry
if it
about
interests
you.
Me. Yeah. You know what my favorite conspiracy theory is right now?
What?
And again, grain of salt here, guys, because it's conspiracy, so it's only for fun. Tom Cruise fucks fish.
Okay, wait. I've heard some crazy shit about Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise fucks fish.
That's crazier than the whole Scientology thing.
It is, and it's actually why I don't like Tom Cruise.
Is it because of Scientology that he fucks fish?
No, it's because Tom Cruise is a weird motherfucker. Tom Cruise has been spotted going into stores and like renting out because what he does, he's so famous, he'll like rent out entire Whole Foods and then he can like shop and be like a normal person shopping at Whole Foods. But the truth is, he just rented out the whole Foods and they made sure nobody came in. Mm-hmm. He will take fish into the bathrooms, and when he leaves, they'll go into the bathroom and find these fish just completely destroyed.
How real is this? And where are you reading this from? Where are the sources? Dude, I don't know if I could believe that.
Tom Cruise fucks fish.
No, there are so many other...
Hashtag Tom Cruise fucks fish.
God, that's a crazy hill that you want to die on.
I'd say check it out. I say do your own research.
And as long as it's not my fish, I don't really give a shit. Tom Cruise is like so far separated from the common
The problem
people.
is, Christian.
What?
He's desecrating food that could go to the hungry people of the world.
Yeah, I guess it could be sushi and whatnot. Yeah, no, that's fucked up.
Jesus gave fish to hungry people.
Of course.
Tom Cruise, the Jesus of Scientology, fucks fish to make a statement.
I mean, no one should fuck animals. No one should waste food. And that's what I'm down for. I don't want to.
I agree with both of those statements.
Okay, then we'll leave it at that before it gets any weirder.
Yes.
Don't fuck your fish. Let's see. I've been watching true crime lately.
Very nice.
Which is very off-brand for me to do.
Because it's so scary.
Consistently. And it's not that I'm even scared of it. It's just like I have other shit to do and watch. But like I've been kind of like so I watched the whole the Night Stalker documentary.
Very nice, Richard Ramirez.
Yes, freaky guy.
Yeah, my mother and father got married the same year he went on his rampage.
Oh, you did tell me this, and they didn't live too far.
Very close. In fact, one of the murders was like blocks away from my grandmother's house.
Which is wild. What was it 1985, 86, right?
What else?
And I'm watching I forget what the title of it is. It's called How to Cover Up a Drug Scandal or some shit.
Ooh.
And it's about this chemist who worked at this analytical lab where they would send confiscated drugs, and she would test it to determine whether or not the drugs are real or fake, so that they could determine if the suspects are guilty or not.
Sure.
And she just got caught up in like slowly, taking like a drop of meth so that she could be a little wired and alert when she's doing work. But no one was monitoring the workers at this analytical facility, right? It was just like two workers, and they would take thousands and thousands of drug samples. And so she was replacing some of these drug samples with fake drugs.
So she could keep the real.
So she could keep the real drugs, and she got caught up. I'm not too far into it, but like me having studied biochemistry, you can
see how easy that could be.
Dude, there's something crazy about like...
Don't get any ideas, Christian.
Crime mixed with science. I won't get any ideas. I've joked around in the past that I studied biochemistry because of Breaking Bad, because I would love to become a drug kingpin.
Hey, I'm down to kill people.
Oh, would you be on like my cartel?
I'll be the Aaron Paul to your Walter White.
You'd be my partner, my cook.
Your muscle.
I don't know if Aaron Paul's even...
He's not the muscle, but I'd want to be your muscle.
Okay. As long as I could be Heisenberg, dude. Yeah, you could be part of my drug squad.
That's also, from what I understand, how like cocaine became popular. They were like testing the effects of cocaine on rats and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And the scientists who were doing the tests were the first to like start using cocaine recreational. And then it blew up in popularity because they tell me it's the greatest thing in the world. But I think it causes a lot of problems, just like financially.
Yeah, if I have to guess anything about cocaine,
it'll ruin your wallet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And maybe your life, depending on like how you use it.
Well, your wallet is your life.
Yes, there you go. And also your health.
Oh, yeah, that too. Your nasal cavity and like...
Baddies, make good choices and try to avoid that. Oh, speaking of which, I also watched the crack documentary.
Nice.
Which is also very depressing.
Did they talk about how like the CIA purposely put crack in L.A. and Compton and stuff to break up the Black Panthers?
Did it get as specific as the Black Panthers? I know they put it in black communities because...
It's been proven now that the CIA purposely put crack in black communities so that they could break up the Black Panther Party.
Dude, and I believe it, man. I mean, like, there's a lot of, like, the war on drugs is a whole nother crazy thing.
Farce.
It's yes, yeah. the whole, like, Nixon thing, like, trying to push it. And it was so easy to sell because obviously drugs are bad. And it was easy to associate drugs with a certain social group of people. Man.
And like the whole thing about Nancy Reagan saying like, just say no.
Yes.
Yeah, it's easy for you to just say no. But what about the kid who has no other way to get out of the ghetto?
Yeah. What about the kid whose mother is really cracked out in the den and he has no other way of making money to feed himself?
Or what about the kid whose mother smoked crack while she was pregnant and now he has an addiction that he was born with?
Dude, they were talking about crack babies, man.
Yes.
And they like blew up this whole thing about crack babies, making it look like African American mothers.
It was their fault.
Look like crack moms, you know? Ugh.
That's how fucked up the government can be sometimes, dude. And like
Media's messed up,
They
man.
did that on purpose. They knew what they were doing because they were afraid of the power that people could have. And the government should never be in power. They should always be afraid of the people.
Dude, we live in a weird time right now. And like the older and older I get and the more knowledge that I pick up with just current events and like politics, it's just like, wow, how did I just let these things like slide by when I was growing up?
You know, we didn't know or we weren't aware of it.
Yeah.
I completely see what you're saying, and I just think we weren't aware of it. But think about how many people are in our position and still currently unaware of it.
Yes.
Or they're learning the misinformation. Like, that's like, I feel really bad for some of the people who like stormed the Capitol or whatever, because it's like, they like don't even know what they're doing is bad. Like, it's one thing to know what you're doing, and a majority of them probably knew what they were doing was bad, but there's going to be just some people, some poor soul who truly like was misled. All the time you see that.
Yeah.
Not that that's a free pass for them, but still, like, it's easy to get whipped up in the fever and the fervor of, a mob mentality. So,
And it's scary, like, people are scary. Like when someone is doing something and they know what they're doing is wrong, that's not nearly as scary as someone doing something wrong believing that it's right.
Yes.
Because you can't convince them, you know? It's
no, that's it's the Joker. It's one thing to be a bad guy. It's another thing to be a bad guy just for bad sake.
It's just like, I feel like I'm sheltered because I've lived in California my entire life and I haven't done much traveling, so I haven't really met a diverse amount of people. I've met Californians who, yes, within California they are diverse in comparison to the rest of the states, but you know, I've never really talked to someone that is like from the South and like has not really stepped foot in California or talked to you know, anyone that is like a Californian.
Hey, well, I mean, I've done a little bit of traveling. I've done I've got a couple stamps on my passport, but I don't want to say that like I'm a world traveler or anything. But I've met people from all across this nation and in a couple other countries. And you know what, man? Honestly, the best thing you can do as a person is meet people, because you learn different things and you see different aspects. And I truly believe that there aren't bad people. They just think they're doing good.
Yeah.
That's why in the last 4 years, the biggest turmoil was like, oh, if you voted for Trump or if you're a Republican, I can't even talk to you. And it's like, no, that's a problem too. Also, like, you also see how that's a problem. It's like, no, I don't want to talk to racist. It's like, yeah, but that's also a problem because you're just calling him that. Like, maybe you're right, but also like there's a level of understanding that is lacking in our society right now, where nuance is completely brushed away.
Yeah.
And it's either black or white, hot or cold, red or blue.
Yeah, we are so quick to judge and to assume because of someone's beliefs. Not saying that.
And you can be, I've met people with beliefs that I do not agree with 100%, still good people.
Yes,
I would
exactly.
still crack a beer and talk to them. And guess what? We're not going to talk about religion, but we'll talk about football. There's something we can talk about that we like. Dance.
Yeah.
That frog, his little girl playing with my nephew. Like, there's somebody I can talk to. And maybe that's just me because I was a bartender and I understand customer service. Like, I can talk to anybody about anything. Mm-hmm. Even if I don't agree with something, and some people say that that's like fake of me to like.
But working in a restaurant, you're just going to run into a bunch of people that have beliefs of so many different,
totally,
all over the spectrum. And so and doing your job and having to appease them, you're going to have to learn to obtain that skill of just like, okay, I'm just going to find a way to relate with you.
Smile and nod.
But it all starts off with, resolution comes with understanding and an open dialogue. Mm-hmm. Since we're so politically sensitive right now, we're so quick to just say like, "Yeah, fuck you," because you believe in that, and the other person's like, "Yeah, fuck me, yeah, fuck you," right?
Yeah.
When no, it's kind of like, let me sit down. You always bring it back to kissing, and that's not. I mean, I guess you could resolve some issues
with love.
kissing.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's bring it back and just say it's all about love at the end of the day.
No, but you're right. People get it's such a vehement. You're either with me or you're against me, sort of thing.
Yeah, dude.
That I cannot stand this. moment in society where it is so, there is no nuance, and like it frustrates me so much. But you know, at the same time, I also hate hypocrites. So I guess you could say that I lack nuance in that sense as well.
Hypocrisy is such an interesting. Hypocrisy could be such a crippling thing when you find it within yourself. And I know you hate hypocrites. And
and if I find it in myself, I really try to stamp it out.
Yeah, dude, you're very true. But what's good is that you're aware of your own hypocrisy if ever happens, right?
Because I'll be like explaining something, and then I'll like see the flaw in my own logic of it, and I'm like, shit, I guess I have to like chinchillas too.
Yeah, that makes if they convince you, yeah. Or I think as I mature, I'm starting to check myself more and more. I'm starting to care more about what I say, or like what I say and how I say it, because I don't want to be a hypocrite.
Yes.
Because like that's the absolute worst thing you can be. Like, who am I to judge someone for doing something? And analogously,
who are they to judge you?
Yes, right, dude. I don't know, man. Growing up, you really learn more and more about yourself. When I became like 18 or when I became 21, I thought I knew everything. I thought I knew everything about the world, but like in my everyday interactions, or even just being cooped up with the same circle of people because of the pandemic, you start to learn so much about yourself.
We said this quite a bit. 2020 was a year for self-reflection.
Yeah,
and 2021 is going to be the year of outwardly showing your new knowledge.
Yeah. Yes.
You're the ox, baby.
What is the world going to be like when things open up? Are people are going to go out, start flexing on each other like, "Hey, what'd you do on the pandemic?" And
I cried.
Like what? Me too.
Never mind.
Severely dehydrated because I've been crying.
I think at first people are going to be assholes because they're not going to remember how to talk to people and how to deal with customer service. And then the pendulum's going to swing back, and then everyone's going to be super nice. And then
I don't know how to talk to strangers anymore. I know how to talk to like my coworkers and the people that I see on like a weekly basis, you know?
Have you stopped smiling at strangers on the street?
It doesn't even fucking matter. I have a mask, dude. It doesn't matter. I have to smile with my eyes.
Yeah.
But I'm already very Asian.
That's why I love the masks, because I didn't smile at you anyways.
But
that's what's so great. Now I don't have to fake it now. Don't look at me. I'm not looking at you.
That's the difference between you and me, maybe. Because like, let's say I'm out on a
you
jog.
missed that connection, huh? Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I love smiling at like a passerby.
Nope.
Don't
look at me.
That's you, yeah.
Don't look at me,
you
bro.
could put on your sunglasses, you could have your mask, and they don't have to interact with you, and also be distant because that's the state of the world.
I was at Target. I ran. One of the checkers was a guy that I used to work with years ago, who I didn't want to talk to anymore. Kept my glasses and my mask on. He didn't even recognize me.
Oh, I mean, because
what's left? If I have a hat, sunglasses, and a mask on,
it's basically just your forehead and nose. So unless this person really knows your forehead and nose,
my defining features are my eyes and my mole.
Yes, exactly what I was gonna say.
I ain't got those. Who am I?
You could be anyone, dude. I think I'm a little more recognizable, though.
Your body's pretty recognizable.
My body's pretty recognizable. My proportions are weird, I'd say.
You're very Christian shaped.
What does that mean, though?
Nobody else has a body like you.
I guess so, yeah. Broad shoulders. People always comment on my chest.
Yeah, huge penis.
Huge penis that I just bring around when I go out shopping.
Hey, have you guys seen this?
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, sir. Put away your penis.
And you're like, sorry. This isn't even actually really mine. I just found it.
I just don't know how to interact with strangers anymore. People used to shake hands.
Way to bring it back.
Dude, I miss talking to people, man. There's like when I go jogging around this neighborhood, like there's this old Punjabi lady that I always smile at and say hi to. And
now you don't.
No, I still can. Oh. She recognizes me, and that's within this neighborhood. But there are some people that just... It doesn't even matter if you try smiling at them because if you have a mask on, if they have a mask on, or they're just trying to avoid you because of the pandemic. I remember that a small interaction made my day, or seeing how smiling at someone and saying, hi, how are you, as I'm passing by could make someone else's day.
Sure. Good interactions with strangers, I always said, is like the goal.
Yeah, man. Like, have you ever spoken to someone that doesn't look like they get a lot of social activity, or like it doesn't seem like they have like the best social life or life at home, and you saying hi to them or acknowledging their presence in a very pleasant way, you could see it affect them in their body language and their attitude. By the look of your face, it says no. Yeah,
I probably wouldn't talk to somebody who no one's talking to.
Ain't true. Well, I mean, like if it just happens, it's a small sacrifice for the biggest reward.
You know what though? Like, but again, that's the difference between me and you. Like, I wouldn't go out of my way to like, oh, I'm not going to talk to that person. I would just be like, oh, I think that person doesn't want to talk to people. I'm gonna leave well enough alone, and handle my own thing, right?
Yeah.
But you would go out of your way to like talk to them and make them feel special, and I'd be like, well, I gotta finish my homework.
I've gotten better at like not making it be so out of my way, but if it's like in my way, if it's a person in front of me in the line at the grocery store behind me, or like if we're looking at the same thing at the shelf. Yeah, same. You say picture?
I thought you were at a museum. I don't know. Again, I forget we're in COVID.
I haven't been to a museum in a long time.
Sorry.
But I get it. Yeah, if we're looking at the same picture, I'd be like, Van Gogh, right?
So like, this is a Monet.
I don't even know. Excuse me, sir. Please order and then drive through to the window.
So this is a Starbucks?
Looking at a Starbucks menu and being like, Van Gogh, right? That really shows that you forgot how to talk to people.
People be like, are you on acid, sir?
Are you tripping out?
Fuck, yeah, I am. Sorry, I got to get the fuck out of this McDonald's.
Oh, man.
I have a bad reputation with my interactions with certain homeless people. Sometimes I find them very aggressive, and some people would say that can tend to respond in an aggressive way. So to try and build good karma with that, I've been trying to be nicer to those who are less fortunate. So the other day I was out, I believe I was in Sacramento, and I was leaving a meal brunch or something like that, and I had some leftover beignets in a box, and I saw these two homeless guys. There was 2 beignets left in the box, so I thought, hey, I'm gonna go give these guys my leftovers. Why I was really doing this because I didn't want to carry food around for the rest of the day, but also do a nice thing and kind of build up my homeless people karma.
Yeah.
So I gave it to those 2 guys, and as I'm walking away, I realized there was 3 guys sitting there.
Uh-oh.
So what I was actually doing is helping multiple ways. I'm helping the homeless people by giving them a beignets and something nice to look forward to. And I'm also calling the homeless population because they probably fought to the death for them. And 2 of them made it and 1 of them didn't.
This is such an on-brand thought for you. You're like, oh yeah, it could be as simple as, okay, 2 homeless people, 1 beignet each. 3 homeless people.
1 of them has to die.
Yeah. Because they don't want to split it into like 1.3
That's not the rules.
beignets each, right?
They have to fight to the death. Just 2 winners get the 2 beignets.
No, you don't think that they
You're
would.
welcome, America.
You don't think they communicated like, okay, Jimmy, I will split this, and then Tommy and I will split this.
Or one of them's like, I'm diabetic, I can't eat all this sugar.
Yeah, like, here, then I'll lick the sugar off, and you could have this naked beignet.
Naked beignet is the name of my porno.
Fuck, dude, I'd watch it. And I ain't gay, dude. And I don't want to see you naked, but I'd watch you in a porno called Naked Beignet.
So does that hurt my karma?
Or am I
still at a negative? Am I still at like a net zero?
Net zero. It canceled out, dude, because the act,
I tried to be nice.
The act of giving and the intent of being nice.
The thought
was nice.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, but also the afterthought counts too, and your afterthought of hoping that they fought to the death for this. Knowing. Is that what you're thinking? You think how violent do you think the homeless population in Sacramento is, dude? You're smiling at them, giving them these naked beignets, and you're like, you're gonna fucking kill each other over this.
Oh my God, that's not at all what I was thinking, but you did my bit better than I do it. You just did my bit better than me. Wow. Incredible. Incredible, sir. You have earned every penny of your Patreon check this month.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes.
We don't have a Patreon.
We
but
will soon, though.
If you have any ideas of what you want to see on our Patreon, leave it in the comments below.
Or check out our OnlyFans. Do you want to do an improv scene?
I would love to do an improv scene.
Ladies and gentlemen, highly irrelevant.
Hey, Jimmy.
Huh?
This guy.
Yeah.
He was just walking by.
What's in the box?
It's one French fry.
What a fucking asshole.
He didn't even think of saving us at least 2 French fries.
Who saves 1?
He doesn't know how to count. There's 2 of us.
It's probably poison.
Dude, it's a dry French fry. That motherfucker licked the salt off of this French fry.
Wait,
What? Spit it out.
I don't like wet fries.
And I don't like anything that's not salty.
Well, I can eat the fry and then spit in your mouth.
No, fuck, I'm not a bird.
Well, that's salty. That'll make it salty.
I know that'll make it salty, but also really dirty. No, you fucking... Oh!
Come here.
By the laws of homeless communities, I challenge you to a duel.
Then I'll go get my saber. Sing.
Cut to the garbage arena.
Where I'm holding a 4-foot Alibaba curved sword.
And I'm holding a lamppost.
I want you to know, I loved you.
Jimmy, you meant the world to me, but this French fry is tearing us apart.
To the gods!
To the gods!
Ah, ding, 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 ding.
Cut to the crowd of homeless people that are watching this fight go on. All right, place your bets here. We got a
real live one here for us.
Yes.
We got Jimmy the Bum.
And we got Tommy the two-time shaker.
Tommy the two-time shaker is favored by 4 points. 4 points on the vig. I'll take your money here. Yeah?
All right. Since no one has money, everyone's exchanging
with chickens and
fish bones.
This guy just handed me a button.
This guy just handed me a left sock with 3 holes in it.
Good sock. Good bet, sir.
All right,
good
we
bet,
got a Hayden sock with 3 holes over here.
The betting is closed.
Closed.
Cut back to the fight.
Ching, ching.
I loved you like a brother.
Ching, ching. I loved you like a brother as well. Ching, ching.
Cut back to the announcers who were still in the...
Homeless announcers?
Yes.
Are these different than the people taking the bets?
Well, Billy, we have a fight here for you to see, don't we?
Yes, we got Timmy the two-time shaker.
And we have Jimmy the Bum.
Yeah.
I remember Jimmy the Bum when he first came out here. He was a doctor.
Yes.
Became an alcoholic, got fired from his job. His wife divorced him. His kids hate him. Now he's a bum.
And we got Timmy the two-time shaker here.
That's right.
Who previously was a grocery store owner.
And also, fun fact, Golden Glove boxer in the Navy.
Yes.
Yes.
Other fun fact, and it's very rare, Asian bum.
Asian bum.
Usually.
Not rare in China, though.
No.
Cut back to the fight.
Ching, 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 ching.
Timmy.
What?
Timmy,
Jimmy.
I did that fry shit on purpose.
Cut to the announcers.
Oh my God, Jimmy the Bum just stabbed Timmy the two-timer in the heart.
They weren't supposed to kill each other.
They know those are fake weapons, right?
What?
We gotta get the children out of here. Get the children out of here, please.
You see a slurry of homeless children skitter scatter away.
It's actually the gang from Oliver Twist.
They run away on all fours.
And the moms are coming after them.
Come over here.
All that's left in the crowd is Kermit the Frog, Willard Fillmore, and Charles Dickens.
Okay. Do you know how to impersonate any of those people?
Charles, what do you think about that fight?
Well, I think I talk like this, so I'm going to talk like this. I think it was a fantastic fight. I betted
accordingly,
a sock with 3 holes in it.
I lost all my money. I bet on that jerk.
Oh, I've gained all the fish bones that this homeless community has to offer.
Fish bones?
Yes.
Oh.
You want to share it in the back?
I'll show you a fish bone.
Oh.
Guys, this is actually a fanfic of Charles Dickens and Kermit the Frog getting it on.
This is a weird thing.
Willard Fillmore being like a cuck watching it.
Yeah, that's weird stuff.
Scene.
Yeah, and scene. If you stuck around through that scene, congratulations.
That was actually one of the most fun scenes we've done in a while.
We had some racist sound effects for our fights. Ching, ching, ching.
Now they are. They weren't until you said it.
Damn it, I should stop framing it.
Yeah, dude, they were.
It makes me look really bad.
That's the sound metal hitting metal makes.
There has to be different sound effects for metal on metal action.
Ting?
Ting, ting. I guess that's better. Right? There's a band called the Tings. The Ting Tings.
I think that's actually racist.
No, I think that's an actual band. They're the band that sings, that's not my name.
Hey.
That's not my name.
Hey.
They call me Stacy. That's not my name.
Oh, I always thought that was Pink.
No, you're way off.
Gwen Stefani. That's why I always thought.
Do you get them mixed up?
No, I just thought that was like a super like level 8 joke that nobody's gonna get except for me, so I had to explain it.
Well, when you listen back to this, it'll satisfy you.
I will cry laughing.
My dad always calls Gwen Stefani Gwen Stefani.
And he's not wrong.
Makes me. I mean, if you read it in that way, then yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Well, I mean, we had Stefani Dorita on our show.
Oh yeah, shout out to Stefani Dorita. Check out our episode.
Also check out our episode this week on Thursday.
Yes.
We got a fun episode coming out.
Yeah. This week we watched A Night at the Roxbury.
Christian's favorite film.
Easily my top 5. Easily
three?
my top 5. Top 3, I'd have to go back to the the writing board. What's the word for it?
The blackboard, the chalkboard.
I'd go back to the chalkboard.
The brackets if we're in March Madness.
Yes, and I'd have to like really think about if that's in my top 3.
Well, top 5 is high enough. I've actually never seen this movie in its entirety,
which blows my mind.
but I've definitely seen the SNL sketch a bunch of times
with Jim Carrey. Yeah, we'll talk more about it.
So I'm excited to jump into this.
Yes, same here. Do you have anyone you want to shout out?
I do actually.
Ooh, let's hear it, dude.
Recently, I got a gift from one of my members at work. Her name is Kyle Matson. She owns this company called Wild Heart Stones. She is from a family of gem miners. Miners? Is that what they're called? I don't know what you would call them. Anyway, she gave me this great piece of amethyst. And if anybody knows anything about gems, you can slide into my DMs and explain to me what I'm supposed to do with it. But I don't know if I believe in the rock stuff. But this one feels pretty cool. And I've been carrying it around with me, and I haven't had a bad day since I got it. So
it's really pretty.
It's staying in my pocket until I lose it.
Keep it in your pocket and don't lose it.
Kyle Matson, family owned and hand selected, guys. Check her out, Wild Heart Stones on Instagram. Or on Facebook, facebook.com/wildheartstones. Thank you so much.
Nice. And I'd like to shout out Nikki Tata and Karen Kerr.
Oh.
2 individuals from our high school. If you're listening to this, which I hope you are, you guys are planning the 10-year reunion, and bless your souls for taking on that responsibility. It's not an easy one, especially in the times that we are living in. And we're very excited for it. Yeah.
I always get a little bit of a heart skip when you bring up Karen because she was a crush of mine in the 2nd grade.
Can we talk about it a little bit?
Since it's the end of the episode, yeah. Fine.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, what grade was it?
2nd.
2nd grade. Okay, at that age, you are 7 years old.
7 or 8, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, let's hear it. Why?
Okay, so it's a kind of a medium-sized story, but I'll try and make it as quick as possible. When I was that age, the year before, my parents had taken me to a professional showing of A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
At the Dean Lesher's Opera House is what it was called at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifying. I was a small child. I didn't understand special effects could be done on the stage, and I thought those were real ghosts, and I got so scared I left the theater crying.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yes, terrified me, traumatized me. I was so afraid of A Christmas Carol for years after that. And then in the 2nd grade, we went to go see a performance of The Christmas Carol over at Solano County Community College.
Okay.
And my mom had told the teacher hey, this has happened, blah, 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 blah. And my teacher was like, okay, don't worry. We'll bring Alex and explain to him what's going on. We'll make it real fine for him. And I was so anxious, so scared of the show that I lost it. And I was sitting on the bus with Karen, and she was talking about the show, and I started crying and freaking out because I was thinking about the other Christmas Carol and not this stupid community college version of it, and got really emotional and anxious and scared and didn't know what to do with my emotions and freaked out. And but I got to go backstage and meet some of the actors because they were hey, this kid's really freaking out, why don't you come and introduce yourself so it won't be scary for him. And I got to meet the actors and stuff, and then it was fine. And then on the bus ride home, Karen sat next to me and we talked about stuff, and I was oh, she likes me, but it was just a 2nd grade crush. And she feels really bad about that moment because she thinks that she made me cry by talking about it. But the truth is I was scared because I was thinking about a whole different Christmas Carol, one that was actually very scary.
So it had nothing to do with her. She didn't cause any tears. That was just you in your own head.
She was just there. Yes.
And that's very sweet, especially in 2nd grade where we're it's ooh, girls have cooties and boys are gross type of thing, to be able to talk to a girl and be transparent enough to just cry in front of her.
Well, I don't think, that wasn't the intention. I think I was just so scared. I think it was anxious. Now we know,
have you brought this up to her?
And stuff. Yeah, she knows. She knows.
When did you tell her that you had a crush on her? 3rd grade?
I think no. I think I know she knows now. I don't know when she found it, but recently she bought some merch from us and posted a picture of it. And then I reposted that picture and I was how crazy is this? I used to have a crush on this girl in the 2nd grade.
I saw that, yeah.
So she re-commented on that.
So very recently you brought this up to her. So prior to that, you never brought it up?
I think I have. I'm pretty sure I had in high school and stuff like that, because by the time we'd all gotten to senior year, we had known, for me at least, by the time we got to senior year, I'd known 80% of our senior class for 12 years.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So it was one of those things even by that time, it was remember 10 years ago when I had that crush on you in the 2nd grade? It was already a cutesy thing then. So now it's just even more of
wow, I would never be able to do that.
Thing.
Since I moved to Benicia in the 7th grade, all of my elementary school crushes were no longer within the vicinity for me to, confess to them my crush on them, right? If it makes you feel any better, in first grade, I pooped my pants in front of my first grade crush.
That's the end of the sentence.
There's so much more.
If it makes you feel better, in first grade, I pooped my pants.
Pooped my pants 2 times.
I peed my pants every day the first day of school until the 4th grade.
That's okay, dude. That means you stayed very hydrated.
No, that means I was scared to ask a new teacher to go to the bathroom.
Why?
I didn't know them yet. Yourself? It was the first day. I was afraid to ask.
Did people see?
Oh, yes. One time I did it looking somebody that we know dead in the eye in the first grade. I looked her straight in the face and pissed my pants.
And we did talk about this. And that's asserting dominance.
Oh, not at that time.
I was a douchebag about me pooping my pants because
You blamed her.
No, that's the worst thing you could do to the girl that you like. So I was on the playground. I was like, I really gotta poop. And so I went to the bathroom, and there was some, you know how terrible kids during recess could be. There was a kid in the bathroom like kicking the fucking toilet, and I'm like, I barge into the stall, and I'm like, what are you doing? I gotta poop. I didn't say that, but I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
That kid's having like a mental breakdown.
He just wanted to break shit. Yeah, he just has a bad life at home.
Like his dad beat the shit out of him the night before, and here you come barging in on the one time in his life where he's happy.
So he's the victim. He's not the victim. The victim is this poor first grade Christian that goes on to the playground after he sees that the bathroom is occupied. I go onto like the spider web jungle gym thing, sit there, I'm like, don't poop, don't poop, don't poop. Pooped my pants. Well, I didn't even clean up. Recess bell rings. I go back into the classroom. I sit next to the girl that I like. Shout out Jamel. And she like looks around the room confused, starts sniffing and says, "What's that smell?" And I did the same exact thing as her. And I was like, you're right. What is that smell? And I blamed it on the stinky kid in class. Everyone has a booger kid in their grade. And I blamed it on that guy. And I said, oh, he farted. And so I got away with it. Even though
your pants were full of shit.
Full of shit. Yeah.
I'm going to need a minute before we record the next episode after that story, because I
will
never look at you the same.
Dude, I was in first grade.
Savage.
I would never do that like in high school.
So you sat in your shit for the rest of the day?
Hell yeah, dude.
And then you came home?
Yeah, and I washed it with a tabo. A water bucket.
I know what a tabo. That's not what I'm surprised at. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, dude, I'd poop butt for a good while.
Maybe you are more of a man than me.
As a 6-year-old, I was more of a man than anyone else.
More man than I am currently.
I don't know if pooping your pants proves
it's a flex.
Machismo.
No, it's a flex. Just dude. Like burping in your mask.
No, I still don't do that. I hold my burp and I just like get bloated from holding in a burp because I'm wearing a mask. Either that or I pull my mask down to like where it's underneath my nose.
And you push it out your nose?
Yes, and then I tear a little because have you ever like drank a Coke and burped and then like the carbonation makes you cry a little? It's painful.
I love Coke.
Yes.
Coca-Cola. My name's been Alejandro.
And my name has been Christian Baltazar.
You can follow me at call_me_Jesus.
And you can follow me at Christian Has Asthma. Be sure to support the podcast any way you can. You could check out our website at ICBTB.com.
Or you can give us a follow on Instagram at ICBTB Podcast.
Yeah, subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts and don't forget to review.
And if you want to drop us an email, you can email us at icbtbpodcast@yahoo.com.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I throw in a lot of like small little edits that you won't catch by just listening to the episode, some visual edits.
I was going to say, yeah, because they're visual cues.
Yeah.
If you're not watching on YouTube, you're not going to get the visual cues, so.
Yeah, so if you have...
if you like our Instagram posts, you'll like our YouTube page.
Yeah, if you just want to look at us while we talk and I throw in some edits there, please check it out. Buy some merch. Get yourself some stickers.
Get yourself some shirts.
Yes.
We hate our jobs and need this to be our real job.
Yes. And I personally think that we are better than this podcasting thing than a lot of other successful podcasters that make money for just...
selling MeUndies.
Yeah.
Listen, MeUndies.
Sponsor us.
Please. Somebody get this to the MeUndies CEO.
Yeah. But yeah. Baddies.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Oh, were you going to say something?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Bye.